Hi guys, it's Jeff here from the Systems Lab. Today I wanted to do a little bit of analysis on volumes on GBTC. This is after we got that approval of the uplisting of GBTC to an actual exchange traded product, trading on NYSE Arca last week. So that was literally a week ago today. But it's only been 4 trading days. So we'll come on to that in a minute. But first, I wanted to just wind the clock back and look at what was happening about a year ago. So 2023, January. And really, I'm looking here at volume. So this is volume is behind each day's volume. This is a daily chart of GBTC. And we have the nice history of this still. So one thing with it being uplisted is that the history was maintained. So we've got this data. And the blue shaded area here is an average volume of 20 days. So that's about a month. So, here we can see that we've got about, 4 million, 4.5 at the sort of peak. And then at the trough here, 1.75, something like that when things got really quiet. And then here we probably got a bit of a rumor. I can't remember what the news was here, but there's probably a bit of a rumor about, this thing getting exchange listed because that's been sort of the news of the year. And then as we wind things forward, you can see that, oh, okay, hang on, now we've got something. So at the 29th of August was when Grayscale won the appeal against the SEC. Big volume spike on the day, really big intraday range on the day, and our intraday systems caught this nicely. The intraday PRX caught about a 19-hour trade, I think, on that day, and a few of the different flavors there. So that was great. But then you can see that the volume only kind of like spiked and then came right back down again. And we're right back down to sort of 2 million a day. And then sort of slowly, that rumor that this is actually going to happen maybe starts to kick in, and you can see that we get some slightly more consistent volume coming in. We're back up to sort of 4 as this nice uptrend starts. And then if I wind this forward up until basically the end of the year, we've got this really nice uptrend that we managed to participate in with the daily system. In fact, if I just turn on the strategy here for a minute, we'll see. Um, yeah, this lovely trade here, really just entering here and then exiting here, and then there's a re-entry later. But I don't want to get too caught up in that. This system's been working really quite well. But what I care about is the volume here, right? And so the volume is increasing still. And here we're up over that 4 million point. So we're up to sort of 5 and a bit. And then of course, a few days later, this brings us right up to current date. We get the announcement that the SEC approves spot Bitcoin ETPs, including GBTC. And we get these big volume spikes here now, right? And of course, this makes sense. The announcement was actually the day before, and this is the first day that it traded on NYSE, and that meant that there's a lot more participation with um, retail people, with institutional pension funds that are now able to, maybe get some more exposure to this. So huge volume here, which is not unexpected. But what was slightly unexpected, or maybe not unexpected, but we get this sort of volume tailing off here. And also, look at this from a buy the rumor, sell the news sort of play, worked out pretty well. And then on the day, we get a spike up and then a sell off and then a sell off the next day and a sell off the next day. But this is range compression coming in here now. So, the range on these days is getting smaller and the volume's getting smaller, at least up until today, where we had a really small range day inside of the previous day. So if with my discretionary hat now, I'm finding this pretty interesting. And if we tweak this average and pull it down to a 4 day so that we're only looking at what's happened since this thing has been on NYSE Arca, has been trading, on exchange, now we've got 34 million in average trade happening. And that's a pretty hefty amount. So that's good. And we've got this volume spike here, as in like a volume uptake, maybe I should say, rather than spike. But that combined with this range compression and ending on this really small range sort of doji day means that to me, with my discretionary hat on, if we break up over this day's high and the day before, I wonder if we see some trend resumption in this. We'll see if it's got any legs. that would be with volume coming back into the market here. So interesting times with this GBTC, but we really like the ability to trade this mechanically, and as you can see, this mechanical swing system here has traded really well, and continues to make new equity highs. So really pleased with that, and I'm interested to see where this market goes now that we're going to have more regular participation. So we'll keep an eye on it. All right, guys, that's it for today. Have a good one. Cheers.